From the Bob Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Chloe Arroyo.
We just can't seem to escape the warm weather, especially for the month of October. We should be in the mid-70s. Was not the case today for parts of Oklahoma, the southern central plains as a whole, very above normal. The ridge of high pressure has certainly taken over, but it won't for long. We're going to see a little bit of a change in that forecast overall. Even our temperatures right now, we're still hanging on to the 70s across much of Oklahoma. Right now, a calm evening across Jinx on our Osage Casino Skycam network. It's currently 72 degrees out there, but a very, very calm wind, so you're hardly going to notice it as you're heading out and about. The next several hours, we're going to stay in the low 70s range until we break midnight to 1 o'clock in the morning. Then we'll be in the upper 60s. So as we get into the evening hours, extending into your overnight temperatures, we're going to be a little bit on the cooler side, a little bit cooler than we are right now. Low 70s, upper 60s across much of the metro for the current time right now. You wake up in the morning and you're heading out the door around 7 o'clock. Some folks will be in the upper 50s, others will be in the low 60s tomorrow morning. So waking up with temperatures around 58, 57 degrees for parts of Okmulgee as you're heading out the door tomorrow morning. So a little bit on the cooler side, but we bounce right back up a good 30 degrees for our high temperature into the mid 80s once again for your highs tomorrow afternoon, and similar setup across green country as a whole. It's going to be a calm day on Thursday, and then as you wake up Friday morning, things start to change a little bit more by Friday afternoon. Upper 80s for those temperatures, so a couple of degrees warmer for the highs on Friday, around 88 degrees for Tulsa. But this is where we start to see storm chances begin to creep into the picture by Friday afternoon. Storms developing off to our west, moving off to the east through parts of green country later on Friday, the latter half of the day Friday, extending into the overnight hours. So by the time we get to Saturday, that severe risk pushes far off to the east, and as they continue to move off to the east, the greatest chance will be on Saturday to see that severe weather. So it's likely that the bulk of it, or the greatest severe chance, will be off into Arkansas and parts of Missouri by the time we see this more significant part of it. But our eastern counties will likely see some of the effects of those storms. Some could be strong and some could be severe. Now Saturday, there are a couple of models agreeing, disagreeing on a warming trend on Saturday. We're talking highs around the low 90s for some folks. It really is a matter of how much cloud cover we get by Saturday afternoon. The less cloud cover, those temperatures will really skyrocket into the low 90 range. But the more cloud cover that we see, we could still stay in the mid to lower 80s for your highs on the Saturday afternoon. Now it's looking more likely those clouds will evaporate or dissipate by the time we get to Saturday afternoon, a little bit on the quicker side, but those temperatures will cool down really quickly by the time we get into Sunday afternoon. Highs in the 70s and upper 60s. Those are your high temperatures, not even your low temperatures. So that's our next cold front that we're tracking, but there are a couple more cold fronts on the horizon that we're looking at for our next 9 days. In the forecast, temperatures in the 80s and then in the 70s for Tuesday, 73 degrees for that high temperature. Then it's a roller coaster trend. We get a warming trend, and then we get more cold fronts, but more frequently. So eventually we'll start to see that fall-like weather creep into the picture. Our third cold front on the 9-day forecast looks like Thursday into Friday, back into the mid-70s by the beginning of next weekend. So we've got a couple of roller coaster days of those temperatures until we get to fall.
As long as that roller coaster is headed down, you know what I mean? If
It's
we're
on
going
that
up and
downward
down,
trend.
but we're headed down.
We'll take what we can get.
That's
right?
all I'm looking for. You know what I
You
mean?
don't want summer to stick around?
It's football season.